Right, in this video I am going to be covering some of the simple precautions I will take on this Outback original stove, Firebox stove, Outback original Firebox stove. It's a portable one made for hot tents. And the precautions I don't mean to do with heat proofing anything or anything like that. What I mean is like a galvanizing effect, more accurately an oxidizing effect is probably what I'm really addressing in this video. The oxidizing effect is between the wrought iron or the carbon steel and the stainless steel flues, because stainless steel is actually less reactive than carbon steel, otherwise stainless steel tools would rust. And we all know that things like carbon steel, mild steel, they rust because it's more of a reactive material. Rusting really is, we really want to go really too technical into it, is the name of it is oxidation, and there's an exchange of electrical electrons, right? And oxygen and water moisture is involved as well. So the more reactive a metal, the more likely it is to rust. For most metals that would apply. Okay, so I've got a list here. I've got copper, stainless steel, iron. There's other metals in between in that list, slotted in somewhere. I haven't listed them all. You know, there's tin, there's other metals I've not mentioned. Aluminium and zinc. Now, this piece of metal is actually pure zinc. Right, I've got a fridge magnet. It's not sticking at all. It's pure zinc. It's a very reactive metal. You'll find it in some old batteries. Zinc is used. Well, it used to be used. I don't know if it is now. Probably still is. You'll find on critical vessels like ships, they would normally weld a block of zinc onto the hull of a ship, and what that does is the zinc will rust in the salty water, whereas the hull of the ship is not subjected to rust. So what happens is the zinc will rust instead of the hull of the ship. And obviously you've heard of zinc paint on cars, the same reasoning behind that. So on cars there's a layer of zinc paint painted right over the metal of the car. Then there's the primer, and then there's the actual colour, or probably many other layers. But the zinc is going to be touching the iron of your car, the steel of your car. Right. So although I haven't really made it too clear, if you have two metals next to each other, even if I have, say, zinc and aluminium next to each other, the zinc will rust over the aluminium. Aluminium tends not to rust because aluminium rusts very quickly. Here's a piece of aluminium foil. Aluminium rusts very quickly, and in fact so quickly that a surface layer of aluminium oxide is formed on the top, so no further rust can happen. So if you had a pure piece of aluminium, or if I cut the piece of aluminium, if I cut it fresh, very quickly there'll be a covering of aluminium oxide will stop further rust. However, it doesn't negate the effect of rust happening if I was to place this against the metal. The actual aluminium foil will rust over the iron. So bear that in mind. That's the whole point. If I was to attach this stainless steel to the wrought iron, this can rust. This will the wrought iron will rust rather than the stainless steel because it's less reactive. So to counteract that, what I could do is either get something more reactive like this aluminium, wrap it around and clamp it on using a stainless steel clamp, or better still, if I had a piece of zinc wrapped round and clamped around. That's really the video, really. Because if I was to keep that in place for a long time, I was going to keep the burner, I can guarantee you you'll think it might be the heat of the stove weakening this, but it'll just fall off after a while. This will just fall off due to the rust, but this will remain protected from rust. Then the rust will happen on the wrought iron. Anyway, that's the video. So, in fact, if I was to, on the stainless steel, if I was to attach any clamps to it, I will probably put some aluminium foil around it, aluminium foil or zinc around it, just to prevent the oxidation from happening. Like, for example, that's the top of a flue, which is like the rain shield. If I was to clamp that in, I would clamp some aluminium foil around it as well, so the aluminium does the rusting and not the stainless steel. Anyway, thanks for watching.